Let's talk about the LoCasio brothers who were down in Queens. They were with the Lucchese crime family. It was Peter and Carmine. Carmine was a captain in the family, and Peter acted as his lieutenant. Peter was known as Mr. Bread. I have no idea why. He was a brother-in-law of Genovese capo, powerful Genovese capo, Angelo Gypsy Carlo, who operated primarily over in northern New Jersey. Peter was reported to be vicious by the cops. Carmine, a little bit more stable. Both brothers were dope dealers, primarily dope dealers. Peter's arrest record went back to 1935. It was as long as his arm. He had busts for just about everything: alcohol, narcotics, primarily narcotics violation, forgery, threatening, attempted murder. It goes on and on. In 1940, Peter, but not Carmen, was identified by the U.S. government and some European governments as a major international heroin drug dealer. They both operated they ran their dope business out of New York's Prince and Elizabeth streets. Their legal interests included constructions and restaurants. Carmine, it says here he was called Willie the Wop. I don't know who would have called him Willie the Wop. A lot of these ridiculous names you hear are made up by newspaper guys who just get bored. And in the in the 50s, the 40s, the 50s, even up to the 60s, they could get away with stuff like that by calling an Italian a wop, Willie the Wop. I sincerely doubt some member of the family went up to Carmine and said, "Hey, Willie the Wop." His middle name was William, but anyway. He owned a restaurant in Queens when he wasn't selling dope. He lived a very quiet life there with his daughter and his wife. He operated out of the Old Timers Bar on 184th Street in Corona. I couldn't find it. It must have closed by now. His rap sheet was also delightful. He was a little bit more inventive than his brother. He had robbery, homicide, attempting to bribe a federal officer, bootlegging, harboring narcotics fugitives, a lot of narcotics violations, including one in 1962 when he was arrested with a slew of Lucchese and Genovese guys, and they were charged with transporting 400 kilograms of heroin from January 1950 to 1962. The papers say that would have been then, the article was in 1962, worth about $100 million. So who knows? Would it be worth today? A great deal of money.